Aloha, this is Judah coming to you on Tuesday, August 2nd, 2016. I'm in the courtyard at Queens Medical Center on Oahu, having just completed the PET scan. I will know tomorrow the results. Lots of people are walking by. You can probably hear their voices and you can hear the sound of the city behind me. But I want to record this now while it's fresh. I just finished the CAT scan about 10-15 minutes ago. The biggest thing that's coming up for me has been a real mixture of excitement and fear. The excitement is to get a clear, definitive answer whether or not all the work I have done has really paid off, and I'm now cancer-free or not, and I won't know till tomorrow. The last couple of days have been really difficult because I've been, on the one hand, really letting myself operate with a lot of faith that this situation is now over, done, finished, complete, and I can just go on with the rest of my life. But on the other hand, I'm also aware that maybe it's not, and scientifically I won't know till tomorrow absolutely what's going on in terms of whether or not there's anything left in my lungs or anywhere else in my body. And truth is that I'm scared, and that because when I got in April, when I was told that there was the little nodules in my lung the specks in my lungs had increased, I was devastated by that, and so I'm doing my best not to be set up emotionally to go through a hard time again if it is bad news, if there is still cancer visible within me. On the other hand, I may come back and they will say tomorrow that I'm cancer-free and there's no visible signs of the cancer, and now it's just a matter of monitoring me for the rest of my life, however many decades or years or minutes that will be on this planet. And the thing that has been really foremost in my mind is whether or not I have done enough. I've done meditations. I took a really profound walk up the Wailua River last week, and very healing. Found a waterfall where I did really amazing healing to be able to feel Mother Kauai flowing through me, as they say. And, has it been enough? I don't know. And it really comes down to some really old primal issues about whether or not I'm enough. Whether or not anything I do is enough. And I don't know. So tomorrow I will get the actual verdict scientifically from the scan, and I'll check in with you there. Meanwhile, I just wanted to do a fresh recording right after the scan to sort of express all these mixtures of feelings going on inside of me. And I send you blessings and aloha, and we'll talk again. What for me is tomorrow, what for you is moments away. Welcome back. And it's actually 2 days later. It's Thursday afternoon, and I needed a day to process what was both good news and bad news. I have had a PET scan, and the result is overall quite encouraging, but there's an issue that needs to be addressed. For those of you who don't know, what the imaging does is it puts radioactive sugar in my body that's supposed to dissipate within 4 hours. That's what it's supposed to do. And it lights up any spot in me that is intense for glucose, like cancer. Any spot that has an active tumor would light up. So, except for one spot on my body, I'm clear of cancer. My right kidney is clear, although the creatinine level is still too high, and we're going to look at that. And the liver's functioning clear. and bones are clear, and especially the lungs are clear. The specks that were there are gone. At any rate, I talked about the surgery and what was done, and I showed you an image of, I'm flashing it now, of the where the tumor was had consumed my kidney, and that was really about the size of a cantaloupe when they removed it, and the thumb of that was going up the vein that goes from the kidney area up to the heart. You can see that in the image. And well, that area in what's called the inferior vena cava, which is versus the superior vena cava, which comes in from the heart from above. It's the main one of the main pipelines into the I believe the right aorta, and I still have something there that is described as a mass-like lesion. When we got the reading yesterday, Melissa remembered that there had been something the vascular surgeon had said about there being cancer all through that back wall of the vein where the tumor had grown, not just up into the vein, had also started embedding the back of the vein especially. And she scraped the vein and did all that she could, but maybe what they detected is a residue of that. In which case there's a bunch of options. I'm not going to do interleukin again. Thank you very kindly for the blessings of it. That I think might be one of the reasons I'm here to tell you this wonderful story about how clear I am. Plus everything else I did. And all that you have done in terms of energetics. So, yeah. So that is the place where I really need to pay attention. It's also possible it's a blood clot, which could be very risky. If when the original tumor was removed from that area, the vascular surgeon said if any piece of this jello-like mass had broken off and gone up into my heart, it would kill me almost instantly. People are getting that it's not a blood clot, but I'm being careful anyway. I'm not going to fly down to Rio and enter the broad jump. What a disappointment to everyone, I'm sure. Yeah, the other possibility is simply irritation, residual irritation from all that I've been doing, and perhaps irritation based on that being the power chakra, and I'm really coming to grips with my power to heal myself, and my power to be in the world, and the power to help heal the world in whatever way I can. I credit those of you who have been sending your love and healing, and I credit the medical stuff, and I credit the meditation that I've done with imperfect regularity, and I credit the visualizations I do, and I credit the healing that comes to me through just being on Kauai. I mentioned that I went up river last time, and up the sacred Wailua. And interestingly enough, on the hike, at one point I slipped, boom, boom, plopped on my butt and said, oomph, except with much more force. And apparently I popped one of the stitches from last February. And so I have a small little herniated area, which incidentally is exactly in that little diamond under the rib cage, which is sort of the locus for the power chakra. And behind there is where the veins from the kidneys come in. As for the hernia, there I can see that just the muscles just knitting back together rather than ripping apart more. I just see it knitting all back together. May or may not require additional stitch. I don't know, if that will be done or how it will be done if it is done. The adventure continues. There is a new moon yesterday, and in a lot of ways this is another time when I really do feel reborn. This is like I feel like I finished a phase of this adventure, and I'm ready to start a new phase. And perhaps this is the one that goes the deepest and lasts the longest in terms of the benefits for me. And if I could truly be my whole self in the world, I believe I could heal my life and maybe help the world. So that's the goal, and all your blessings are welcome. And I say that in all directions. There is a lot of gratitude in me for all those of you who have been sending your prayers and your love and your healing energies in whatever form they're arriving, and calling in those with more powers than I've got in a body at this stage, and inviting help to heal me. And that's huge. All of you who see these videos and tell others are just really meaningful to me, because the responses I get are just encouraging. I love hearing when something I've said touches your life, and that's really that moves my heart, and I'm grateful.